Not one, but two Pot on Lansdowne episodes in the same day, gentlemen, because as we sit here Wednesday evening, December the 11th, we got some breaking news earlier in the day that we just had to hop on. We said last episode, well, I guess the one that came out earlier Wednesday, we said if there was any major breaking news, we would try our best to get an emergency episode out, even if it's a little bit shorter than a regular episode. We did just do an hour and a half earlier this week, but at least we
This
can
little
sit
bite
here.
size,
Exactly, little bite-sized
emergency.
emergency to fuel your hunger, because we couldn't wait until next week to talk about this. Some major news coming out of Red Sox Nation. That being, I'm a gullible fucking asshole, and Jake pulled my leg and said that Tristan Casas was being dealt to the Seattle Mariners in addition to Wilyer Abreu for Castillo and Mitch
Yep.
Garver.
Yep, that's right.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yep.
That's the news of the day. That and the Rule 5 draft.
That,
A lot of stuff happening today.
Well done, Jake. Well done. Bravo. If you haven't seen the video, go
No,
on
well,
Twitter
so it was my idea. It was my idea, but it was Liam. Liam created the trade. To tell you, it was my idea to call you, but it was
No,
Liam's.
was it actually going to be Casas and Abreu?
What do you? It didn't happen. What do you? I don't know what that means.
Your fake trade that you were going to bamboozle me with, the one that you hoodwinked me with. Was it
Yeah.
actually the return going to be Casas or Abreu? Because I guessed Casas. So I thought maybe you were just leaving.
Oh no, yeah, it
Well,
was.
no,
We
it was
said
both of them.
yeah.
It was
It was
both of
Casas
them.
and Abreu for Castillo and Mitch Garver.
You know what
That was
the genius of it was? So shout out to Liam on this. What really got me to bite was the fact that they threw in Garver.
yeah. That was.
Because-
I thought that was good
Because
too.
A, they just got rid of.
Well,
Kyle
first he
Teel.
said Mitch Haniger, and I was like, no.
Yeah, I
we have
was
too
like,
many
it could be
outfielders.
Haniger or Garver. I was
Yeah, we
like,
have too many
you pick.
outfielders.
Because A, they just got rid of Kyle Teel, so that takes a little bit out of the.
We should probably talk about
organization.
that. We should
Yeah,
actually
which we
probably
will.
talk. Yeah.
We will mention the fact that Kyle Teel is no longer with the Boston Red Sox organization, but that's number one. And number two, with the rumors, everyone being scared that, like, oh my God, is Casas going to be going over to the Pacific Northwest? It would make sense. Well, if they needed a right-handed hitter and they needed someone to play some first base, that sounds like Mitch Garver. So that was a genius. Bravo on that. And yeah, I completely bought it hook, line, and sinker.
All my
You're-
years of MLB 2K franchise mode really paying off there.
Your scream in that video, Fitz, is like genuinely.
It's blood curdling.
It's haunting. I got chills.
Yeah. What can you do? What can you do? But in all seriousness, Garrett Crochet, the newest member of the Boston Red Sox, the strong-armed left-handed pitcher, is making his way from the south side of Chicago to Boston. He is staining his socks from white to red. In return for his services, the Red Sox are giving up catcher Kyle Teel. They are giving up on Wickelman Gonzalez, the pitcher. Meadroth? I never know how to pronounce his name.
Chase Mydroth. Show some respect.
Mydroth. Yes, the on-base king. Yes, thank you very much. People are going to yell at me for mispronouncing that, but it is what it is. And then Montgomery, who we just drafted, what was it, like 12th, 15th overall?
12th overall, yeah.
12th overall in the draft this past summer. All four of them are heading to the White Sox. Instant reactions from this gentleman. I guess I'll start because I'm already starting and you can't shut me up now that I'm going. I like the deal. Gentlemen. I know it's very brave of me to sit here and stump and say that I like the move that Craig Breslow and company have made, but I like it. Especially with Max Fried being off the market, like we talked about earlier this week, especially with Blake Snell, they really needed an answer for a left-handed pitcher. And out of the high-end guys that were feasibly available this offseason, Crochet was the last one. You can talk about the innings concerns all you want. You can talk about, Teel as a guy, or maybe he could be a really solid catcher up the spine for your lineup for years to come. Oh, Montgomery has some high upside. Listen, at some point, this team had to take a swing for a big move like this, and I'm glad they did it. At his best, Garrett Crochet could be a guy who could contend for a couple Cy Young awards over the next couple of years, especially if the Red Sox go ahead and extend him at some period of time, which I assume they would if they were going to go ahead and make this deal. But that's a question for a different day. I really like the move, guys. What say you, Liam?
So my immediate reaction, hold on, let me pull this up. Hold on. Sorry, this isn't going well.
I hear it.
Here we go.
Well, now it's not playing at all.
You can't hear it now? Fucking hell. Well,
Yeah,
anyways,
Mr. New iPhone can't figure out how to play a video. Guys
that's
on social media
honestly
all day in the
the fact that it's the Tom Werner video cheering "Let's Go Red Sox" makes that even better. Because that's exactly how he would have done that as well.
We're all better off not hearing that. Which, by the way,
that's okay. That's okay. We'll dub it in.
If we
It's all good.
ever start to do this show live and we have like a soundboard, that's easy.
Oh, I need a soundboard so bad.
100%.
I need it so bad. Anyways, get the duck boats ready. I told you guys like a couple weeks ago I was adamantly opposed to trading for Garrett Crochet, but I did add the disclaimer that it's an easy spin zone for me. Obviously, people are going to be like, the index concerns, whatever. Second half of the season, they're limiting his arm. Not a lot of mileage on there, and the arm has a shit ton of potential. I've got his Savants looking at me right now. There's a lot of dark, bright red in front of me, folks. So I'm excited. You didn't give up any of the big three. Initial reaction, knee jerk when I was coming out of my therapist appointment earlier this afternoon and saw the news. I thought it was a bit of an overpay, or at least it appeared to be off the cuff. Just because I am the idea of a franchise catcher is very enticing to me, and I do think Kyle Teo is going to be a very solid major league player. Between him and Montgomery in there, the both of them, I was a little shocked, but like we said, literally last night when we were talking, like you got to get uncomfortable. You got to give to get. So at the end of the day, you added a really good major league pitcher to your starting staff, which they needed, and you didn't give up any major league talent. So for me, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with Jake over there.
Those who are watching on the YouTube stream, which whenever we go live,
I'm just gonna hold the fucking thing. My stand. I'm just gonna do it like I'm doing a tight five up here, like an asshole.
Way funnier that was
Tristan Casas on Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah. For those only listening, Jake was fumbling, stumbling, and bumbling with his microphone, trying to get ready. Jonah, try to clip that if you can, because that was. I can't.
Amazing. It's
Liam's
not,
commentary.
I got the Tom Werner clip. Jake's mic is falling apart. It's just a disaster.
Right I'm going on Amazon right now. I'm going on Amazon. Desktop mic stand. I'm going on right now. I can't stand that fucking thing.
Slippery when wet. That microphone. He could not get He could not firmly grasp it. Shout out to Patrick.
It's like Charles Barkley and his soap.
Them boys coming. Anyways, Mr. Wallinger, what say you?
Yeah, give us your take.
I'm excited. I haven't been. Well, you know what it was? I was sort of out on Crochet these last few months because of what it was hypothesized it would cost. I just didn't. He doesn't have the resume. Excuse me, heavens. He doesn't have the resume for me to go out and send a top 10 prospect for him. And fucking guess what? It didn't end up costing a top 10 prospect. So I was right all along. They didn't have to send. In reality, now it really was kind of like the big three, and then Teal's a little bit behind the rest of them. And they sent him. They kept Anthony, Campbell, and Meyer, the top 10 in the MLB prospects. They got 3 of them. They kept all of them. Montgomery hurts. He also never even took an at-bat with us, so it's kind of like, yeah, what are you
going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do, I guess?
Really
I know.
had, right, folks?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Gonzalez, I don't know. He can't throw a fucking strike, so you know how I feel about that. And Chase was blocked, so that's kind of, you can only, I tweeted this, you can only have 26 guys on your roster. At a point,
that's fact.
It's like, it's got to start trimming the fat here. And they did. They trimmed the fat. They traded 4 guys. Crochet, it's all, if he can stay on the field, he's going to be an ace. It's really as simple as that. And when you look at his injury history, the Tommy John, obviously, that's the big one. But he was healthy last year, coming back from it. And the injuries before that were arm tightness, which I imagine was related to Tommy John. Ended up being related to what the torn UCL or whatever it was. And then before that, he fucking broke his jaw. So I don't really consider that like injury prone.
He caught a sucker punch from Smiley.
Yeah, that's kind of a freak thing. And hopefully the arm is, they fixed it up to put some. Where do they take the muscle from? Your thigh?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what
Yeah,
they do.
hopefully they slap that shit on there, and we can cook with gas, and hopefully we can get him extended. It sounds like he's very open to that idea. We got him for 2 years. I'm with it. I'd like more. Now I have a thirst for it.
Now he's greedy. Pot of greed.
I'm alive now. Yeah.
I summoned pot of greed.
This is what I
That's
said.
what it do, Yugi.
This is what I said yesterday. Is like, I said about Burns, but now I feel like we're neutral. We're back to neutral. Everybody was pissed off yesterday. It's like we're fucked. We missed out on Soto, missed out on Fried. You signed Aroldis Chapman for some reason, but now you make a nice trade. You finally got a lefty. God knows we needed one in the rotation, and
you're gonna get him on cheap arbitration money for this upcoming
very
season,
cheap, very cheap.
Which opens that still gives you an avenue to whether it's you want to invest in another right-handed bat, listen, it's Corbin Burns who still that hasn't changed from last night. It's still in.
Well, I'd love to talk about that because I tweeted this as well, but his market is very interesting to me. I don't know. I'm sort of.
Before we do that, indulge me for a moment because we can shift it into like what this means for the team going forward. A couple of things. I agree with Jake on the fact that even if it's tough to take the hit on Kyle Teal, who could have been a real steady Eddie behind the dish. It's hard to find guys like that who are good defensively and can, swing the bat like he does at a young enough of an age behind the dish. Those guys don't grow on trees. But it's an endorsement for Connor Wong, at least for the near future. It seems like right now, unless they go and get Sean Murphy, right? Which I don't think
can I ask about that really quick? Where's that Sean Murphy smoke coming from?
I think.
Yearning.
I don't know. Yearning.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
sure.
I haven't seen like a real report. It's just all of a sudden people are like, "Oh, we'll just go get Sean Murphy." Like, is that coming from anywhere legitimate?
I saw a couple people throw it out, and then I said into a group chat of mine, I was like, "Yeah, maybe you're able to go Sean Murphy." And then
don't get me wrong, I'd love it.
But I don't know how feasible that is because he's locked in for quite some time now.
Not really.
I thought he was one of the guys that.
They extended him, but it's very palatable. It is. I was looking at it today because I think that's a perfect fit if they could figure that out.
But even if not, okay, that's at least for the near.
What's so funny, Liam? What are you laughing about?
It's
just Fitz is trying to get us back to crochet.
I am.
Oh, right.
I most certainly am. Anyway,
okay, go back.
In any event, right? Yeah, it's tough to get Teal, and then obviously Montgomery. Yeah, I was really excited when the Red Sox were able to get him where he was, because a lot of people are like, dude, this guy's a top 5 draft prospect. You were able to get him at 12 because of the injury he had in the College World Series. So obviously wish him and all the 4 guys going over to the White Sox well. I hope they do well at the Pale Hose. But at the end of the day, Montgomery, if you're keen on keeping Jarren Duran and if you're keen on keeping Roman Anthony, well, shit, that's 2 of your 3 outfield spots for the next however many years. A path to regular playing time for Montgomery, it gets more narrow. So how realistic would it have been that he would have been able to break through? I'm not sure. At the end of the day, as we're getting into this offseason, I believe I said it, and I think we all kind of echoed the sentiment prior to the true start of the offseason, that one of the major goals for this team should have been to raise the ceiling of the rotation. You have enough depth guys there, and yeah, it's nice that you had a couple of guys who can make 30-plus starts in 2024, but Tanner Houck, as good as he's been, to his credit, all-star, if he's the ace, it leaves a little bit to be desired in terms of the ceiling of what your pitching staff can do. Now with a guy like Garrett Crochet in there, and potentially if they go out and splurge on a Burns, or if they get a Flaherty, if you make a 1-2-3 of Crochet, Houck, and some other guy, then shit, that raises the ceiling of the rotation, and that's one of the best rotations in the junior circuit, I would say. If you get one of those guys to go alongside Crochet and Houck.
I don't know if I'd agree with that, but
What part?
that it's one of the best rotations if they got one more guy
In the AL? Yeah.
Okay. All right, yeah. No. You know what? No.
Pick one.
No, I think no. But I just wanted just quick swing back. Sean Murphy has 4 more years left on his deal, with a team option after that at $15 a year, which that's not bad. $15 a year. That's pocket change. That's pocket change.
Need it ready.
Less than Yoshida's making.
You're buying low. You're buying low. I think he had a. I don't know.
Back
I
that
think that's
mic up a little bit off of your mouth there, Mister.
Am I shouting a bit?
About a fist far away. It's tough to tell you how far without looking
right?
compromised.
How's
So there you go. Yep. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yes, continue.
Garrett Crochet starting opening day. Yeah, right. Be weird.
I still think they give it to Hauk.
Really? Even
Yeah.
after he sucked ass in
They
the second half.
I mean, they gave Porcello.
Well, you're gonna say Porcello. He won the Cy Young, Liam.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm thinking like Hauk. You're like,
different,
that's our homegrown guy. Fuck. I mean, they put Corey Kluber on the mound on opening day 2 years ago.
That was
I
our
don't
big.
think it
That
really
was our
matters.
big
He doesn't want
acquisition.
it
What do you mean? What are you talking about? That was a big acquisition.
Purely symbolic. I mean, fuck. They give Bayo opening day last year.
Yeah, because they gave him money.
Yeah, well, so that's what I'm saying.
So
It's like,
the
to me,
big,
it doesn't,
the
it
big
doesn't really
trade,
matter.
the big. No, it does matter. It's like it's your.
I don't
It's
think
like look
so.
at us. We have Garrett Crochet now.
I think it'll be Hauk. I think Hauk.
Oh, but guys, I did want to just quickly. Got my notes here.
Jake's journal.
He's got his notes.
Everyone's new favorite segment of the
Got his-
program. Jot and Jake.
What's he got? Oh, we're back.
How's that?
Let's
How's
go.
that?
That's gonna go crazy on Twitter tonight when I clip that. That's gonna be
We're
awesome.
back.
That's gonna be, and then quote tweet the one from last night.
Yeah.
Add us
We're
to the
back.
vault. Instant classics in POL canon. There, those two. As for what's ahead for the Red Sox here?
Oh,
I'm
wait,
scared.
one sec, one
I'm
sec,
scared.
One sec. One sec. Before we get into our fears, real quick, just a quick note. I give the front office so much credit for diving headfirst into Crochet today, because Nightingale was like, they were not in on him aggressively whatsoever until the fucking Freed news dropped.
I think
We said it last night.
Freed gave them.
It was
pause.
genuinely we were like we said it last night. We were like, they need a wake up call. Hopefully, Freed was a wake up call, and certainly seems like it was, because they immediately
It
put
seems
their
like
nuts
they
on the
felt
table.
exactly how we felt. Like
Yeah,
we're fucked.
oh.
Like that's it.
Oh,
Like,
they got caught with their pants down.
yeah.
Is Craig? Does he have a burner? Is he on Red
I'm
Sox Twitter?
sure. I'm
He's
He's
certain.
got it. He's Devers enjoyer.
I was gonna say he's a Twitter user here. I'm pulling it up. It's at Tin7J. I was gonna. It might be
Oh
him.
yeah. Yeah, I'm familiar.
Familiar with Justin's game? Shout out, Justin.
Yeah.
fan of the program. That's just Breslow. So anyway, as for
yeah,
the
looking
path forward
forward.
here. So Jake, we went from last night it's over.
Yep.
To tonight
So we're back.
To then 45 seconds later saying I'm scared. So somewhere in the
Well, Fitz, we can be back and be scared. Those don't
Okay,
contradict each
not
other.
mutually exclusive. Okay.
No,
that's
no,
fair.
no. Well, the Mariners news scared the fuck out of me.
You scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, well, no.
As an
Well,
executive.
so to me, the thing that always made sense was one free agent and then one
And
trade.
one trade. Yep.
That's for the rotation. And you made your trade, and I think if you make another trade, it could get. I just think like your surplus sort of goes if you make like the whole draw of we've got all these prospects. I mean, they traded 2 of their top 5 prospects today. I'm good with
Not
it. Like
insignificant.
yeah, no, I mean, but that's real. Like your pool is significantly smaller of guys that have a lot of value that can go out, which is why like people were theorizing Casas was going to go to Seattle if that turned out to be a thing. I am a little interested in with Willier, like they do. I mean, Anthony, they will need to trade an outfielder like in the first half of the season, just logistic, unless they're fine with Rafaela being a complete super utility, which I would be. So if that's what they want to do, that's fine. But it just it's still crowded. So I guess they could do another trade, but I think now is the time. It's like spend some. You have nobody. You're paying no one long term other than Devers. Like
Crochet included in those guys you're not paying.
yeah. Well, hopefully Crochet ends up.
Down the
Hopefully
line, yes,
that's
but by
not the case. But
by the time you get his extension onto the books, you're gonna have
Yeah.
guys like Yoshida and Story off of the books. So
I just I would love Corbin Burns. I don't think they're gonna do it.
and In my heart of hearts, I don't think so either.
No,
But
but what I
still
wanted
hear
to say with him is his market intrigues me because Yankees are out, Mets are out. It seems like it's just the Giants and the Blue Jays, and then we're kind of like lurking. I mean, shit, if you could convince him to go short on the years, high on the AAV, I don't know. Maybe get a little freaky. I think Henry would do that. Henry seems spooked
He's
by
scared
age.
of
He's scared of the length, yeah.
But that's
Yep,
that's
100%.
that's the question though, isn't it? And I think that's the bitch of it here, guys. I think if there's 30-year-old guy, and this is not to knock him over, he's 30, you can't pay him. Of course,
I agree. I don't know why
said
Burns
240
would do
last
that.
night. I would do that without thinking about it, no question. But what the push that is going to come to shove here, I think, is going to be the length of his contract. I think. I mean, you just saw the reports in regards to Fried that, okay, the Red Sox were on the right track with the AAV. They just didn't give him the 2 extra years that the Yankees did. Again, towards the end of that contract, it might be ugly for the Yankees, but you know what? For the first 5 years of that contract or so, I think they're gonna get a pretty solid left-handed pitcher.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ken Rosenthal just put this out. Our good friend Tyler aggregated it for us. Shout out Tyler Milliken. Ken writes this about John Henry. After getting burned on 9-figure contracts for Chris Sale and David Price, Red Sox owner John Henry is reluctant to award long-term deals to pitchers, according to sources briefed on his thinking.
Blah, blah.
No, I could have told you that.
No, I'm just saying
Yeah.
And I think I've said this on here. Like, it sucks. It sucks that this is the reality, but also like I get it, kind of like.
I feel like
Yeah!
for the longest time we've been like develop hitters, sign pitchers, and now it seems like his philosophy is trade for pitchers and sign position players. If that makes any sense.
It's interesting. He's flipped it on its head. He's flipped Theo's philosophy on its head. And do I disagree with it? Maybe. I don't know.
If they can't land Burns, would you rather someone like Flaherty, or would you rather someone like perhaps a Walker Buehler?
Like
I think
neither?
I think I'll do the Bueller. I'll take the flyer on Bueller.
Jayco's neither.
Yeah. I mean, I'd go for upside at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really want to. I mean, Flaherty's going to get more than Eovaldi. I'm not sure I'm interested in that.
Ooh. Flaherty.
Not a true Mick. Not a true.
Am I having a
Irish
stroke?
guy, man.
Am I having a stroke? He
smell
got his
toast?
ass handed to him. Burning toast. He got his ass handed to him in the World Series. Big stage. He did not. He was not good.
Bueller looked great in the playoffs.
Oh, they
for the
just.
most part.
Oh.
He's got that pedigree, right?
Jake?
The Red Sox today acquired catcher Carlos Navarez from the Yankees in exchange for prospect Elmer Rodriguez Cruz and international bonus pool space.
Not Helmer.
And Emmanuel Valdez has been DFA'd.
No,
Valdez.
we no longer have Juan Soto at home.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's
Hardly
fine.
knew
Well,
me and Manuel. I was there
that
for
was
that.
good.
What was it? That game against the Tigers earlier this past season. What he had was it like a homer and 2 doubles when he just got back up from Worcester?
Oh yeah.
Whenever he would come back from Worcester for like a week, he'd be the best hitter on the team.
I was like, we're so back, man. We're back.
Here's some other notes from Ken. This has been aggregated. Shout out the aggregators on Twitter. I love you guys.
we love the aggregators.
Because I don't click links. This has been opened by this has been aggregated by Gordo. Shout out Gordo. If I got five bullets
I'm
here.
going up against in this or that for the.
Oh yeah.
We're not-
Why haven't they invited me on?
That
A little
tomorrow?
fucked up.
Is that
Probably
tomorrow?
the third one there.
A little.
I gotta eventually.
Oh, am I? Well, I'm not the first or second, Vince. There's only 3 of us.
Our fourth co-host.
Like
goes with
Marshall or
Jake.
Mabel before they.
S'more move.
All right, shut the fuck up. Here's the bullets. 1, Corbin Burns likely out of John Henry's comfort zone. That sucks. 2, Alex Bregman not a priority at the moment. That's cool. Pitching options: Sean Manaea, Flaherty, Pavetta, Castillo trade, Arenado trade, a possibility. No. And then Teoscar / Santander are options. That's a lot of
So okay, so literally everyone on the market. Okay, awesome. That's super helpful, Ken.
It's a lot of stinky
Kyle
in
Gibson
there.
potentially too. Ooh.
Ugh.
Wait, where'd you see that, Kyle Gibson?
He's a free agent. Someone tweeted that was saying, "Oh, this it's gonna be funny when the Red Sox sign this mediocre free agent." And I looked at roster resource. I was like, "Who's there?" Kyle Gibson, free agent. There you go. He's gonna be included in my tweet today.
If it was up to me, I would sign Teoscar because I don't feel obligated to put him on the field, and I feel like we're fine with guys that play the field. Is how I feel.
Yeah, just DH left field. Man.
I feel like Bregman doesn't solve any problems. Is my hang up, and same with Arenado. Arenado a teeny bit less. I like Bregman the player more than Arenado, but Arenado only being under contract for 3 years helps a little bit in that pursuit because like your infield's already quite crowded and you have two top prospects knocking on the door. Like like I said, fellas, you can only have 26 guys on the roster. I don't know if Craig's aware of that.
Those are the rules. Those are the rules.
Those are the rules. That's the truth. Yeah, but I'm a little scared of what they're gonna do next.
But you know what? We'll figure out what they do next down the line. And if there's any earth-shattering moves that do come down the line, we might pop on for another emergency episode. But until that time...
Oh, wait.
Can we...
Oh, okay.
Can we
do a real quick one more thing?
Sure. One more thing.
One more thing. The promotion giveaway rundown for the 2025 season. You want to do it?
I mean, those bobbleheads. I'm all in.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Very
all right.
quickly.
Leading off, April 7th, we have a Jarren Duran All-Star Game MVP bobblehead. I like it. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, with the bat they give him. On-field photo day, April 20th, whatever. Monday, April 21st, the Patriots Day Puffy Vest, sponsored by Coca-Cola. I don't know. Sure. It's kind of nice, but
hedge fund.
Yeah. I'm only in it for the bobbleheads.
I'm not a huge vest guy, but Tuesday, May 6th versus the Rangers. Rafaela, center field or shortstop bobblehead. You will be given one or the other when you walk in the door.
I want the one where he's blowing a bubble. Why isn't he blowing a bubble in both of them? That's my question.
I was going to say the shortstop one is way better, blowing the bubble. Okay, kids run the bases. Sunday, May 18th. Sunday, May 25th is a charm hat with charms. I don't know what that is. It confused me. But anyway, kids run the bases. Sunday, May 25th.
Skip the kids run the bases one. Skip those.
Okay, sorry. All right, stop. Please don't yell at me. Sorry, please don't yell at me. Sorry, don't yell at me. Wednesday, June 11th.
The charms aren't even in the photo.
Yeah, I don't. That's a weird. Wednesday, June 11th versus the Rays. You get a beach towel, but it's just a question mark. They haven't finalized that yet.
The design.
Wednesday, July 2nd, and this is exciting for me. Wednesday, July 2nd versus the Reds, 1975 replica jersey. Please,
They're for sure wearing those that night.
Yes, please, God, let them wear the 75 throwbacks that weekend or that week against the Reds.
Best jerseys they've ever had.
That's absolutely right, Fitz.
I need them out like once a month.
Yeah, they should wear them. They should just be in the rotation. They're so good. Okay. August 16th, Saturday, you get a sling bag that's also not finalized. It's just a question mark, and that's it. And then there's a photo day and a kids run the bases, but I was told not to speak on those.
Yeah, because
I like that they just straight up were like, so we really don't have the bobbleheads finalized, but it seems like people are excited, so let's throw this out there.
Yeah, right. While we still have goodwill. One more quick prediction based off of that. 50th anniversary of the 75 team.
Yeah.
They're going to do a promotion on the jerseys. The new City Connects are going to be themed off of the 75 team. It's going to be inspired by that. That's my prediction.
I still think
I disagree.
Monster Green.
I disagree.
It's just a bold I'm just saying.
Because I think they would just wear. And Liam, what I was going to say,
I'd be like the Braves. They've done
a Fisk. They've done a Fisk bob. I have it from 10 years ago. It's from 15.
What else could they do then? You could do a Tiante. You could do a Tiante.
Yeah. They also did that one that year. I have that one as well.
Well, do it again.
They did Freddie
It's
Lynn.
like Lego. It's like Lego sets. Just re-release them. I don't care.
Yeah.
The Disney Vault.
They could do like a Dwight Evans, making that catch.
Oh, the catch. That's a good idea. Yeah. Or the Bernie Carbo.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
we could roll with some deep cuts. We could roll.
Yeah, my dad would eat that shit up.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
So that's all we got for this edition, this emergency edition of Pod on Lansdowne. We will talk to you next week. Again, Garrett Crochet, newest member of the Sox. We love him. You're going to love him as well. Thank you for listening. Until next week, go Sox. Listen to Not Another Sox podcast if you want to hear more from us. We're about to pop onto that show in about 2 seconds. So listen to them if you want to hear more of us. Go Sox and obey your mother.
Obey mother.
Obey your mother.